Before we get into today, I need to talk about Kai'Sa and Kai'Sa builds. I intentionally made my statement about Kai'Sa a little bit strong, right? That I hate the crit Kai'Sa build and that is shit. While normally, if you guys know me, I like to be more tempered. I like to say that everything is situational, everything is, nothing is really bad or nothing is like terrible. It's usually just about the situation, right? But with the 80 Kai'Sa build, with the crit Kai'Sa, we need to have a talk. I want to put the debate to rest. Nash tried to rage bait me yesterday. Let's get deep into Kai'Sa builds, okay? Let's get deep into Kai'Sa builds. Let's start with comparing build paths. Yuntal, if you get BF sword, pretty solid, right? Pretty solid. Slingshot, not the best. Longsword, good. But BF sword, very nice. So we can start with the first thing. If get BF sword, good early, right? If not get BF sword, very bad early, right? If you get the slingshot longsword, feels really bad, right? Feels terrible. That's the first thing we can make. That's the first thing we can say. Second thing is when you complete the 2 items, before you've stacked up Yuntal, I'd say Kraken Slayer is quite a bit better. And then once you've stacked up the Yuntal, you've gotten some crit going, Yuntal starts to kind of bear its weight, right? 10 more AD, 5% less attack speed, also no movement speed. So on first item spike, similar, right? Similar, I'd say. Then second item, if you go Yuntal IE, okay, I'd say pretty strong 2 item spike. 2 item spike for on hit, decent. So I'd say 2 item spike favors Yuntal, favors the crit build, right? And then let's go Hurricane, because that's the build that every single pro player that I've seen has been doing on Kai'Sa. If we look at gold.gg, if we look at Kai'Sa, I've yet to see any other seal items, I think. So even though that one has less DPS, I think that's the one we'll be doing. You see Hurricane, 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 Hurricane. There's a PD. Oh yeah, a few PDs. There's a Nabori and a Hurricane. Right, let's do top leagues. Yeah, so you can see Hurricane, by far most popular, and then a few Navori PD games. Let's just max out the queue here. I have free boots, but it doesn't really matter. So we got a little dummy. And let's give him some resists. I think if I start auto-attacking him, I can add resist, right? Okay. So one of the things that is kind of annoying about Practice Tool, as far as I know, is you cannot give individual resists. I cannot give armor and MR separately, which you'd really want to do for this comparison, because let's say I'm 3 items, right? That'd be level 13 maybe, right? You can see my armor is 70, but my MR is 40. So ideally, I'd want to give this dummy around maybe 80 armor and 50 MR, but I can't actually do that. But that's okay. That just means that in this calculation, we need to think that the AP build is a little bit skewed weaker than it should be due to the fact that it has higher MR than it should have, okay? And then let's give it around a little bit more than 2k HP. This is just not like an ADC, right? So he has 10 more armor than us and he has 300 more HP, right? It's like a mid laner, bruiser, whatever it is. First things first, when is the crit build better? The biggest thing with the crit build is that you have more burst. But do you really? You have more burst in the initial skirmish, but we'll talk about why the AP build kind of has more burst in a different way. If I were to we'll just do Q, W, and passive proc, and proc the passive, okay? And we'll see how much damage that is. So that is 15, 11 damage. I think maybe every single auto attack crit. And then if we do the same passive proc with Yuntal, Rageblade, and I leveled up. It's fine, I won't put a skill point in. If we do the same thing now with the AP build, so we just do Q, W, and passive proc. So it's one more auto attack because, so this is 1273. So this is a little bit less damage, right? This is around 200 less damage. Okay, good to know. Now, this was 3 autos, QW, okay? A little bit more burst on the crit build. But then we have to remember one thing, and that is that the AP build, oftentimes when you try to assassinate someone, don't just run at them like this and use all your spells, right? A lot of the time with the AP build, how you play is that you first hit a W from range, then when that W is coming back up, okay, I need to have some points in the W though to really do this. So let's just go level 18. First you hit the W, and then you ulti W in. And you cannot do that with the crit build, right? So this is something that's a little bit more intangible, but it means that as an assassin, AP Kai'Sa has a ton of kind of hidden burst because you can get 2 Ws off and you can get that W proc like this, you know, bunch of damage. That's 700 damage. But then let's do a DPS check. Let's do a DPS check at 3 items. 3 items DPS check. And I'll do 3 passive procs, W, Q, and use my E, okay? I'll just start with E, Q, W, W, and I'll do until I've procced the passive 3 times. 1, 2, 3. DPS is 980. We go Yuntal, IE, Hurricane. I haven't stacked up the Yuntal yet, so I need to stack that up. Stack it up on this guy real fast. Let's evolve these 2, and then wait for the Yuntal cooldown to be back up. And then we'll do 3 passive procs, Q, W, and E, okay? So you can see there, by the 3rd passive proc, the Yuntal and my E attack speed was starting to run out, and the damage got a lot lower, right? If it was just 2 passive procs, the DPS would be really high. We can do 2 passive procs. You see, then it's really high. But once that Yuntal starts running out, the E attack speed starts to run out, the build starts to ramp down a lot. So it's the 3 passive procs that really the AP build starts to do a lot more. But the real value of the difference between the 2 builds starts to come after this point, in my opinion. Because now, if I go LDR here and we do the same thing, we'll do the 3 passive procs again. $12.23, 4 items, crits. Then, if we then do it with AP, which one is more gold? It's this one, right? Yeah. And then let's do Void Staffs. That's usually my 3rd item. It also makes sense. One gets LDR, the other gets Void. This is when I think that the AP build should really start to outvalue. So let's see if I'm right. $13.21. The difference is actually still pretty similar. It's higher for the AP build, and that is accounting for the fact that, like, in my opinion, the DPS for the crit build would have to be a lot higher to justify the fact that 1, you're getting Infinity Edge, which is more expensive than any of my items, and 2, you're not getting W evolved. So while you need to auto attack and Q people, I can fire shit from range, and I can do something like this. And one shot. And I think especially, this is when the real magic happens, is now if I get Rabadon, this is ultra late game, right? Because this would be boots here on my last slot. But if I now get Rabadon, and I now do the 3 passive procs, $172, and if I do the AD build, $147. So now it's like 300 DPS difference. But it's still like, if you were to fight someone and you just start the fight, boom, 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 that's still a ton of damage. That's 3k damage right there. How can we think about this? How can we think about this? Rather than just saying the crit build is bad, I'll put it this way. I think the crit build is good when you need to go AD and enemy is quite squishy, so you're playing more to burst people. Because the Q damage is very high with the crit build because it's a high AD build. And because you're critting, you get, you know, on your first initial auto attacks, especially when you proc that Yuntal, you have a lot of attack speed with E plus Yuntal, 2.3, and you do a ton of damage. So if you need to go AD and enemy is squishy, I think crit build is really solid. But if you have the option of going AP, aka you only have 1 AP on your team, or 0, then you should always go the AP build in my opinion, because the DPS is better, while also having access to W poke plus W burst. So while the crit build has better burst, the AP build has very good burst as well, because, you know, you play, how you play the AP build is you hit the W, then you'd get the W refreshed, and then you'd ulti W in, right? That, like that, right? So both builds have their ups and downsides, but I also think the AP build just allows you to then, like, get a nice little Zonias in. You could go Zonias here, but it's a little bit more clunky, and the AP build just deals with tanks so much better, because most of your damage lies in your passive, which is hard for tanks to deal with. I think that's everything I need to say about the 2 builds, right? So then, when should you go the AD on it build? I think you should go the AD on it build if you're playing in a game that has quite a few tanks. That way, you can have a higher DPS to them, while also being tankier yourself, because just Kraken Rage Blade is going to do a lot of damage. And then you get BT Fourth as well, and this way you're not really a bruiser, but you have a lot of survivability that you don't get with that crit build, right? Because I'm sitting now on 120 armor, 70 MR, I got the BT shield. It's pretty hard to kill me. So I'd say crit build against squishy champions when you need to go AD, on hit if enemy team is a little bit tankier, has some bruisers, and AP if you can go AP. And I think that should be it. That should everything Kai'Sa, everything Kai'Sa. Yeah, this looks about right. Now my support just looks in Nautilus, and it's perfect. I like our team comp. Our team comp is very solid, while the enemy team comp is very strange. I do have to say though, I much prefer this Summoner's Rift over Noxus Rift. I much prefer this. It's so much nicer. I'm kind of liking the crit Kai'Sa. I don't like it. I like it more than Noxus. What do you guys think? Do you guys like this map more than Noxus or no? I like it more than Noxus as well. The biggest complaint I have is that you know the map is a 2 blue when the grass is the same color as the river. The grass should not be the same color as the river. You know what I mean? The grass needs to be more green and the water should be the same color blue. But I don't know how my team likes Noxus more. I'm against double Comet Jhin Seraph here. Need to make sure I don't get poked out and hope my Nautilus can get some good engages going. That's alright. What are you doing? Quick in. What? I have a biscuit here. Sorry, I pinned wrong. Push it, push it, push it, push it, push it. Okay, I mean, that's pretty good. My Nautilus played that the worst possible way, but ended up working out. Why didn't my Nautilus go E second to push it faster, bro? Oi, oi, oi. So many questionable things my Nautilus is doing. He went W second instead of E. Oi, oi, oi. If he tries to cancel, I mean, he's gonna cancel with W, I think, but... Oh, yeah. You reach here, you reach here, you reach here! He doesn't reach here. Actually, I can go on Jhin now. Big! That's me and you, Nautilus. I was thinking about going on Seraph first, but good that I changed to Jhin. See, he does have flash, I think, the Seraph. Oh, it doesn't matter, I guess. Big, 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 big. Let's recall here, because Jhin is going to W right here. I'll need this, yeah. Actually, okay, let's go Heartfanax. Not sure which one is better. If I have 1.2k, if I should go Heartfanax or if I should go Recurve plus Longsword. Should dodge that though. Oh, what am I doing? The risky movement right now. Nice. I won that trade on my own. Not the best. Wait, I didn't auto the Jhin there. Oops. Once I get level 6, it should get a lot easier. Oh, this Nautilus is so bad. He could just keep walking forward there and Seraph was fine. I think we can really easily kill them though, especially since Neferi is both side here. Well, that's one way to play it. Why did he flash on the Seraph? Well, ended up working out. Good job. Nice. Do I have full Kraken? Yeah, I can wait for gold. Jhin is going mana immune, yeah. That's very interesting. But I think Dark Harvest is the same, but just better. I mean, not the same, right? But Dark Harvest is just better. Way better scaling. Oh, das ist nicht so gut. Ah! Holy shit. I'm dead, right? I mean, Jin into there. How Jin should play there is just he Ws and then he ulties me. That's what I thought he would do. But then he went into auto range and I realized I could kill him. But maybe, I don't think I could escape the Kha'Zix as well. Whenever you play Jin, like Kai'Sa into Jin, you always win all ends. Even 1v2 like that. Of course I'm fed, right? Which makes it easier, but it's just about getting on top of the Jin when you play the Kai'Sa matchup. So how the Jin needs to play is really abuse his long range. They're gonna be like sitting in bushes trying to poke me right now. I want to not make it obvious that Nautilus is walking behind, and then maybe can't get a hook. Now when I have my ulti back up, we can just all in, but they'll probably disrespect. Although, if they walk up like this, and I dodge the stun like that, beautiful. They got greedy trying to clear the ward, and then now we can dive the Jin, maybe. If Kha'Zix is top, yeah, he is. Yeah, we can dive him for sure. Nautilus will die, but Jin will die as well. Just want to wait until he takes aggro. Actually, Nautilus doesn't even die. Holy shit, I do so much damage. Smolder wants to walk her, I mean. Oh yeah, I don't. Nice. Holy shit, they're getting outplayed. The addicting champ. I need to run far back though, he's gonna cancel my base. I'm mega fed 10 kills in 11 minutes. Holy. And you have a lot of like outplay potential, so you can get fed in solo queue, which is why I find it really fun in solo queue. There's a lot of unexpected burst, a lot of mobility. So if you dodge everything, play it well. Wait. What? He one-shots me. I mean, I had barrier, my bad. But I didn't think he'd do that much damage. That's crazy. What do you think of Reptile Quirky build? Crit Electrocute? I don't know what Reptile Quirky build is, but any of his builds recently have been absolute garbage. To be honest. Maybe I'm just traumatized from people trying to tell me to go Halo Blades, Yuntal Jin, saying that Reptile said it's good. That was the gaslight of the century, that one from you guys. Yeah, Seraph died, so I can zone Jin from entering bot. Oh wait. What? That last one hit? That's crazy. I didn't see that minions were dying, to be honest. I got a bit surprised. But it ended up working out. Galio's nearby, so I don't think we should fight here. Yeah, I was gonna ping him back, but Nautilus got a bit too excited, but maybe now I can turn it. Wait a minute. He took my Penta, by the way. I would ulti for Penta here if I could. He took my Penta. Yeah, this is a bit crazy, maybe. Nice. Kai'Sa doesn't have any crit scalings. Well, she does have good AP scalings. Buy a little Amptome. I think Insomnia's next makes a lot of sense. We also probably buff sooner or later with Prestige Skin and 0% picker and LSK. What do you think it will get? It's already fine. I've thought about this a lot, but in my opinion, to make it feel as viable, either just buff his base movement speed, or make his red Q give a lot more movement speed, so you can actually use it as a mobility tool rather than just healing. I think his mobility is the biggest thing that's holding him back both in solo queue and professional. Bombardillo Crocodillo. I mean, if you buff his mobility, you solve him not being able to auto-attack. Because the reason champs can't auto-attack is because they're immobile. I didn't hit the W. Should I end up more to the left? They could TP behind me. Whenever you take waves up like this and your team is base, you just think about if they could TP behind. But we have pretty good vision. What do you think of Dark Harvest Smolder? It was a lot of fun. Played it yesterday, it was a lot of fun. But Smolder is pretty bad. He's pretty bad. But being able to stack stacks on stacks, pretty damn fun. He has no jump or what? I was trying to predict his jump with my W. If I sell my D-Blade... Perfect. Now I have Sonya's. But they TP'd behind us here. I have no mana. I don't need it. He doesn't need no mana. Wait a minute. I have no mana. I'll be 3 and 3 like you instead, Kazanta. I'll be like really useful.
Coach, are you casting today?
And then tomorrow I'm casting. My W is bad. Oh, I got cancelled. Oh my god. I don't know about this one. Oh, he's going that way. Nice, some good clickage. GG. Kai'Sa's so fun, man. Kai'Sa's pretty strong in solo queue. Pretty strong in solo queue, and this AP build is 10 times better than your shitty ass crit. 10 times better. 1000% better. I love Kai'Sa, man. I love Kai'Sa. So fun. I kind of want to go Kai'Sa, even though it's not a good matchup to Draven, but I feel like I have high kill pressure with Blitzcrank. Which supports would you pick with Lucian? Yumi's really good. Milio's quite good. Are really good. Sona's really good. Nami's really good. I'd say those are the best. Do I go Cleanse for Fiddle? It's Fiddle jungle. It's Fiddle top, I think. Maybe I don't go. So betting your ADC to Sona is a sin. It's not bad though with Lucian, because you just proc his passive perma. I also think you can still like engage with Lucian is fine. Braum with Lucian is very good. I mean, Cleanse is alright against Rel, but this only thing is like 1v1 against Draven. If he has barrier and I have Cleanse, it's kind of annoying. So I ended up just going barrier. We got the good side of the map. I just wish the rest of the map was green like this, chat. If the rest of the map had this hue of green, I would love this map, but I don't like how blue it is. It's so, you know what I mean? It's like a weird color. If it was green like this, I'd love it. But it's a bit too cyan, a bit too purple, a bit too red, a bit too blue. Like, I feel like I should have some, maybe I should change the colors a little bit. I can change the, what does color level mean? Oh, makes it brighter. This is not really, holy, wait, what? Oh my god, that's so, oh, that hurts my eyes. I want to change the color palette a little bit, but I don't think I can do that, no? Like, if I can make the blues a little bit less strong and the greens a bit stronger, or the reds a bit weaker. Because I really think if it was like this, I would just love this map. Oh, really good cancel by Blitz here. Nice. I mean, Kai'Sa early game into the Draven. Gonna lose the push. But the goal is like, when I get a few levels under my belt, I can burst him down with the Blitzcrank hook. That's why I wanted to pick Kai'Sa here. Fucked up that minion. Nice, got most of them though. Actually up a CS. It's good if we just ward. I think just ward here. I don't think we can. Yeah, this is kind of scary, bro. I don't like that you did this. Why did you do this? But bro, they can't. Oh, Blitzcrank. Blitz inted so hard, by the way. I don't know why he did that. Just put a ward down. Oh my god, they got swap played. Holy shit. Nice. He still got it. Now I get to crush the wave. I got 2 kills actually. Holy shit. I kind of want to go AP this game, even though I have Galio Malphite. I want to go Kraken for sure. Maybe I go like an on-hit with Wit's End though. Wit's End is kind of crazy here. Like Wit's End into Kassadin Fiddle. But it's also Draven. Not sure what build I want to go. I don't know. I went crit Kai'Sa yesterday when I got the BF sword first base, and I hated it. I hate crit Kai'Sa. I don't like it. I don't want. All my homies hate crit Kai'Sa. I just realized my Blitzcrank is named Chal or Suicide. Analyst Jackspektra, I've gone from 15 more losses than wins on ADC to now 4 less. You had 15 more losses than wins? Holy, you were running it down or what? That's good to hear. You're improving. What champs are you playing now? Not too shabby. Tristana and Jhin. Good selection. Although I remember you messaged me asking to do like some content together. I'm down to do it for sure. Some coaching or whatever you want. Okay, that was a bit overkill. We can dive in if you guys want, but... Okay, maybe this... I kinda gotta... How much do I need for Kraken? I think I just say I got blue buff. I don't know why Blitzcrank is playing so scared. Why do people go recurve bow first on Kai'Sa? Recurve bow is just one of the best components for ADC in the game. Because it gives you 15% attack speed and it practically gives you 15 AD as well. I mean, not quite, right? Because your abilities don't do more. But 15 bonus physical damage on hit. That's really good for 700 gold. I want to cancel their base, I think. Oh, wait. Bro, we saw the TP. Are you serious? Oh, wow, she flashed. Why kick him? What? We don't kill anybody? Oh my god. My bad. I should kill Rel. I don't know. I hesitated way too long to flash. It's still good though. Fiddle loses a ton of minions. Now I got Kraken. Is Rel behind me, maybe? I don't know why we're playing to dive the Malphite though. That's a bit questionable here, but I think I'm dead. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with the Galio here. For grubs, brother, we got one grub, and don't grub spawn. It's, I don't know. I don't think if we weak sided me to get one grub, that doesn't sound right. It's all right though. Draven got the kill. That's annoying, but I'll outscale him. No, chat. If you're a good confident ADC main, you should always think that you outscale enemy ADC. Because if you outskill them, then you outscale them. So later the game goes, the more ADC skill starts to matter. Holy, my team is going in. I want to get level 8 here. I get CC there. Oh, I think I'm fine. Nice. Good shit team. Beautiful stuff. Very good TP. I get this, maybe greeting for this plate on wave is a bit much, to be honest. I do get boots now and pickaxe, which is really nice. I'm a bit delayed in tempo though, so my team might fight without me now. But Raven is busy catching bots, so it's all good. I don't get Q evolve for this. Oh my god, I forgot. I need Cole to get Q evolve level 8-9. That's unfortunate. That's the biggest downside. Can we give Kraken Slayer 50 AD? Give Kraken Slayer 50 AD, and then it's like so good on Kai'Sa. Might be over for my child suicide friend. Okay. Well played, team. Good stuff, good stuff. Kai'Sa is so satisfying. It's unreal. Just flash. Nah, I never go static anymore on Kai'Sa. Oh my god. Here we go. I wanna loot Chunk the Rel. Nice. I think we can maybe take tower on this wave. So now he should be scared of Blitzcrank Hook. Yeah, I have a little short to Serix if you want to look. If you do exclamation mark evolve, you can see how the cancel Kai'Sa evolves. You can cancel with E, W, and base. I don't really want to fight. Yeah, I'm not gonna ulti. Holy. Me and Lee getting Maya fed. Like galley ult. Should I stay for this wave? Nah. He could cancel though. Right. Think we went a bit too crazy maybe. Oh my god, he got him. Let's get a hook going, Blitz. Nice. Big, big, big. I have a lot of gold. Let's get back to base. Let's get Rage Blade. And Wit's End? Nah. Just Terminus, no? True. I mean, it starts casting Monday. It's gonna be cinema. This looks kinda bad. Not gonna lie. I took a tower shot like a noob, but I don't want ulti in here. Hey, 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 tower! I canceled so many autos. I'm not a big fan of this. Hey, hey, hey! Hey, I didn't ulti. What am I doing? Didn't need to, I guess. Big! Very nice. I mean, in that fight, I just played very, like, safe. Because it's a weird fight, right? I think a big thing to positioning as ADC is when a fight is messy and you don't really know what's gonna happen. That's when you play cautious, and then as the fight gets like more and more clear what direction it's going in, then you can start playing more aggressive. Because a lot of people, when it gets chaotic, they join the chaos. But as ADC, it's really hard to do that. Because if I went too deep there, if I get hit by Rel, if I get hit by Fiddlestick Sphere, I just die, right? So I kind of gotta wait and see, is this gonna be a good fight? What's gonna happen? And then I just auto-attack from max range. Maybe we can just do that, I don't know. Although my Lee Sin started the blue buff. Let's go to mid-wave. Nice. We're gonna make a great duo, Jake. Oh, Jack and Jake. If I lose this 1v1, we are talking to Freak. Well, it's not even close, is it? Didn't even need to ulti barrier. Missed my W. To be fair, I'm 10 kills. I'll try to get Emerald before our cast. Sounds good. Wait, what healer are you right now? Oh my god. He kicked him out of my auto attack. Oh no. I wanted to ulti in and kill Cassidy, but... Nice. Had 2, but my MMR is mega cooked for my mega loss streak, like 24 for a win, 28 for a loss. I mean, then you only need like, what, 8 wins? So the thing with Kai'Sa is that pretty much every champion in League, without exception, that buys crit, does it because they have damage in their kit that scales with crit. So for example, Jinx, her rockets, AoE rockets can crit, right? And which is the majority of her damage. Tristana, her E damage scales with crit. Aphelios, all his abilities count as auto attacks, so all of them can crit. Azeri, her W can crit. Wait a minute. Her ulti can crit, like the little bolts. And her E damage also scales with crit. So pretty much every ADC has this, which is like something built into their kit to make them buy crit. But Kai'Sa doesn't. Her passive doesn't scale with crit, her Q doesn't scale with crit, her W doesn't scale with crit, nothing. And usually, when champions have no crit scalings, it's really uncommon to buy crit on them. Unless crit items are really OP, or they provide something else. And I don't think crit items right now are really OP.
It's time to go!